Hello there, my name is Ivan Evangelista, and our topic for today is how did Machiavelli revolutionize the way of politics? And here's his book right here, which I've read 5 times now in order to totally understand the whole topic. So, yeah. Before we start, I would like to clarify that Machiavelli himself is not evil, and people frame him for being funny, but not him. It's just that his ideas is evil because it encourages leaders to be bad, ruthless, maneuvering, and cruel in order to achieve the ends at once. So that is why I'm going to explain one of his principles, his works, and cite some modern examples. So, yeah. So let's start with chapter 3, concerning principalities. So, to summarize all this, if the old monarch runs into trouble that the result of being hated, or once people realize that they can increase their lot with a new monarch or new regime, they will be happy to change it. And once the old monarch gets out, the new regime is in control. The new regime needs to consider so many internal outcomes like high taxing posts, being hated, and so on. And contrary, if the new regime fails to consider the internal outcomes, or people realize that the new regime is more worse than the old one, well, they will revolt and want the old monarch or regime back. As Machiavelli advised, new regime must kill or eliminate the old regime, so people are forced to obey the new one. I will cite examples: the last monarch in Russia, which is the Tsar family, and the last emperor of China, which is the Qing dynasty, which is Puyi that time. Let's start with the Tsar family. In World War I, Russia lost the war, and once the country loses the war, it will become poor, and the poor will suffer, and their suffering will inspire them to revolt. The growing popularity of the Communist Party will replace the hated old regime, which is the Tsar family. After the Communist Party kick the Tsar family out of control, the Communist Party orchestrated to kill or eliminate the whole Tsar family. So that once people realized that the new regime was worse than the old one, they would revolt and get back the old one. So by eliminating the old monarch, they had no choice but to follow and obey the new one. So yeah, that was perfectly advised by Machiavelli if you're somewhat of a leader. Yeah. So let's talk about the last emperor of Qing dynasty, which is Puyi. Puyi was replaced by the Chinese Communist Party with no trouble at all, and the Communist Party didn't kill Puyi. Why is that? Well, it's because Puyi had no impact on Chinese society, nor did they have any influence in Chinese politics. So the Communist Party didn't kill Puyi because it's unnecessary to kill the man. So they let him live and become a commoner. So yeah, cruelty and clemency, whether it's better to be loved than feared. Yes, this is the famous line of Niccolo Machiavelli in his book, The Prince. Should the leader be loved or feared? Well, Machiavelli answered, fear is more good if you cannot be both. He stated that if you only love with no appearance of fear, then you're going to face certain ruin. Why? Because in a moment of inconvenience, people forget your good deeds. And they'll shun you if the time comes that you need them. So that is why it's better to be respected and feared. So let's talk about chapter 15, concerning things for which men, and especially princes, are praised or blamed. So in this chapter, what this chapter basically means is that if you always play a good man in a world where most people are not good, you'll end up badly. Hence, if a ruler wants to survive, they have to stop being good, at least when the occasion demands. This is actually pretty good advice if you're a ruler or a person in power, because if you play a good man all the time and not altering your behavior when the circumstance demands, then you'll face certain ruin. Now, this is actually pretty good advice for a ruler or a person in power, because if you play a good man all the time and not altering your behavior based on the circumstance demand that you have to be bad, then you will face a certain ruin. Because if you follow the Christian virtue, then you will end up badly. Because you will be restrained by good, and people and bad people are limitless when doing any means they want to achieve the end they want. So you, on the other hand, if you're wholly a Christian, then you will face the ruins, not altering your behavior. That's Machiavelli's advice, that you should be flexible, not one-sided. So, yeah.